Okay everybody, welcome to this video of Lady and the Stamp. I'm Pam with my grandson Shane, who is the video editor, and today we're going to be making these cards, which will make the background using shaving cream. Here's some examples of some that I did earlier. And we'll be using shaving cream and some watercolor powders to do this. Now there are a lot of videos out there with shaving cream and acrylic paint and watercolor paints and stuff, so this is just a little bit different way to do it, and it's a lot of fun. For your supplies, you need, this is just a metal baking sheet that I got from, or a tinfoil baking sheet that I got from the dollar store. You can use a cookie sheet or anything, just something that will hold the shaving cream. You need a can of shaving cream, and you want shaving cream, not the shaving gel. That's really important.
Or shaving foam. Shaving foam.
Yeah, some sort of foam, so, something that will get foamy. Thick and rich, like this one says. And then you need color. So we're going to be using these watercolor powders from Nuance. When they get wet, they activate and make these beautiful colors. And so I have today cerulean blue, turquoise, and violet. Then you need a water sprayer because we're going to spray the watercolors just a little bit. And rubber gloves so your fingers don't get all inky. And you need a palette knife, and then something that we're going to use to scrape the shaving cream off of the cardstock. So, okay, to get started, we're going to spray our shaving cream across our cookie sheet. So we'll just do it like that, and just because you want to cover up the whole area like that. Then I'm going to take my palette knife and just kind of spread it down because we want it to have the whole area kind of even. Okay, now comes the fun part. We're going to take these colors, and if we can zoom out a little bit. Zoom in. Okay. So we're just going to sprinkle some of this color, and a little bit goes a long way with this stuff. And Shane's helping me here. Get some over in that area.
Helpful.
Okay. And then we have the third color right here. Then we just very lightly spray it, just very lightly from up above. There we go. Okay, that's enough. Yeah. Okay, so now we're just going to let it set for a few minutes.
So,
Okay. Okay, so now we've let this sit for about 10 minutes, and you can see that the water has really made the colors start to dissolve. So now we're just going to take a palette knife, a craft knife, you could use a popsicle stick, anything like that, and just kind of mix the colors around a little bit. You don't want to stir it so much that the colors are completely blended, but you want to get the specklediness out of the way. Okay. Then we're just going to put that over to the side. And, okay, we're ready to take our first piece of cardstock and put it in the color. So this is a piece of 110-pound white cardstock. I've also done this with watercolor paper, but since I'm going to be stamping on it later, I like to use cardstock because it's got a nice smooth surface. So we're just going to tap this down into the color, and you want to make sure that you press it in really well so that all of the shaving cream makes surface, touches the surface of the cardstock. Then we just use a toothpick, or you can use your fingernail. I just usually use a toothpick and just pick it up And you get this really cool look. Now see, there's a spot right there that didn't get any color on it, so we're just going to take that and just run that back through the shaving cream until we get it all over the surface. There's one more spot over here. Okay, we'll push this out of the way a little ways. Set this on our craft mat. And now I'm just going to use, this is an old tool I used to use for wallpaper. You can use a ruler, a credit card, anything you want to just pull the shaving cream off of the cardstock. And then I just usually have a trash can handy and I scrape this excess over into the trash can. Then we'll scrape the other side off and you get this beautiful marble effect. And if you, like this area right here, if you wanted more color on that, you could put it back into the shaving cream and add more color, but I like the way it looks just like that. So I'm just going to set that aside and let it dry. I usually take a paper cloth or a towel and just wipe off the surface to get any residual ink off the shaving cream off the top. And there you go. We'll just let that dry. Set it over here. And you can keep using your cardstock. One fun thing that I figured out how to do was, as an example on this card right here, you can see I have this center area that has no ink on it. So what I did is used a piece of masking paper and cut it out with an oval die, and then adhered the masking paper to the center of the cardstock. So we're going to tap this down into the shaving cream. You want to help me there, Shane? Very good. Get all the edges there. Okay, you want to lift that one up this time? Let's see, do we get good color everywhere? What do you think? Looks like we need to get some more right there. Yeah, just push that in right there. Okay, lift it up again. Oh, very cool. Okay, now we'll set that aside. Oops, like there's another spot right there. So we'll just dip it right here in this colorful spot. Okay, all right. Now we'll scrape this off, just like we did the last time. Over into the trash can. And then scrape off the other piece. And then we'll take, you can take a toothpick or a pair of tweezers and just lift up the edge of that masking paper, pull it off, and you have a center space there that will be great to put your stamped sentiment right there. These are all the different pieces we got from our shaving cream, and we could have done more, but in the interest of time, we just thought we'd stop with these 5. But you can just keep going and going as long as you have color in your shaving cream. Okay, so we're back, and all of our card panels have dried nicely, and we're ready to do some stamping so we can get to completing our cards. So I've got my piece that has the oval mask area in my stamp positioner, and I have a thank you sentiment, this great thank you that comes from another sentiment from Magenta, which I just love, the beautiful thank you sentiments. So I'm going to stamp this with some Majestic Blue ink from VersaFine, and then I'm going to emboss it with some iridescent sparkle embossing powder to make it nice and shiny. So we'll get a nice coverage there and take this out. And could I get you to take that away from me, Shane? Thank you. And then we'll emboss this with some iridescent sparkle for some shine. Pour that back into the jar. Let the heat gun warm up just a little bit before we start melting the embossing powder. And there we go. with this great sentiment, and this great card. So now all you have to do is just trim it down to put it to the front of your card, and you can end up with a finished product that looks something very similar to this. I want to thank everybody for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and comment what you would like to see next. We're going to be doing many crafts, and so we want to hear what you would like to see. Links to all the items used in this video will be in the description, and thanks again for watching.